and they said I wouldn't come back. Well, I did not forget you guys. I did not forget you guys. I am back, but not really. This is pretty much the end, but we will talk about that in a second. But it's good to be talking to you guys again, for real. I basically lost my account details. I have so many Google accounts, and I wanted to make sure that sometime over this summer I would do whatever it takes to get that account back, and I did. So I got the 800 subscriber Canada Coaster Fan, which you're on now. Obviously, I can't get the old one back. But I'm excited to talk to you guys briefly today and in the next video, and that'll probably be it for here, and we'll talk about that in a second. But I recently went on my most recent and maybe final coaster trip, basically just going to some places that I went to a long time ago, places like Great Adventure, Hershey Park, Cedar Point, Kings Dominion. Didn't get to go to BGW, don't ask about that. New England, Lake Compounds. Didn't end up going to Canada's Wonderland either. But it was really fun. I got to go on some rides I hadn't been on before that I always wanted to talk about. I also got to re-ride some coasters. I went to Knoebels. I didn't mention that, I don't think. Got to re-ride some coasters that I really loved. Got to bump that credit count up probably by about 30, 40, something like that. I don't know. I haven't actually looked at the final list. And it was great. It was fun. But I do feel it's probably going to be my last for a bit. There's some coasters I definitely want to go on. Of course, the Japan trip was canceled, and I got to go to Florida, and some places in Europe still I haven't gotten to go to. But I don't know, I have a lot more interests, and in some ways I found myself enjoying things on that trip that weren't coaster related a lot more than the coasters, and I guess I found myself enjoying parks a little less. I don't know, I think with COVID, the last few years, I've been staying fairly local, and I've gotten to see some really cool places, some beautiful natural places, and just be away from it all, be away from people, be away from crowds, be away from amusement park food. But then when I go to parks, very crowded, lots of people, lots of lines, and I don't know. I just don't know if I'm about that life anymore, and I think, now's the time to move on. So that's probably why I won't be. I'd like to give more content to you guys, but I'm not too sure what exactly there is to give. I know you guys want to hear about the rides that I went on, so because of that, my next video will probably be my last for quite a while, and that's going to be kind of a top 30 plus, and then I'll give some details about some rides I hadn't been on in the past, and just give my thoughts. So it'll be my top coasters list. It might be different from what you guys remember. I don't know. Being away from roller coasters for almost 3 years really kind of changed my opinions on some. Sometimes I'd be sitting at home and I'd be like, I could be riding that right now, and it might be a coaster like Leviathan's a good example. Like, was I the biggest Leviathan fan at the time? No, but being away from roller coasters, you really start to miss those. But yeah, so right now, I'm just gonna say I'm gonna keep trying to get you guys some stuff. This video, the retirement video, and then the next one, will kind of be the send off that CCF deserves. So that'll be, I don't know, no more than 2 days from you guys' time seeing this. But yeah, from here now, I'm going to be moving out east. So finally, Canada's Wonderland. Actually, La Ronde will be my home park, so it won't be Canada's Wonderland, but it'll make more sense. So the running meme on this channel for years wasn't Canada's Wonderland your home park. It's going to be 50% true now. It's going to be 50% true. I'm not sure if I'll be getting out there. I have a lot of plans that aren't coaster related coming up in the next month and then in the next year. But yeah, no, I will be out in Ottawa, to be specific, and I will be focusing on. I definitely want to keep YouTube going and keep writing going. So I'm gonna be working on a few projects that I've been wanting to work on for a long time. At the start of COVID, around January 2020, I had like a long list of things projects I always wanted to do. But now with my switch up in lifestyle, switch up in programs, switch up in education institutions, I'm working to try to, achieve things and put more work into it, and put more work into things instead of just making slideshows and providing commentary that you guys enjoyed. I might want to, I don't know if I'll be a video editor, probably won't, but I want to put more time into writing things. I love writing. I've always enjoyed it. So I want to focus on that, and I want to focus on, whether it's YouTube, whether it's blogs. I don't know. If you guys are interested in what I have to say about things, I don't know. It probably will mostly be, hockey related or baseball related, but I also have some other ideas for things. So I'll advertise those on this channel when the time comes, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'll just turn this into a shameless plug for myself. You guys would love that. But no, the plan is gonna kind of retire from being a coaster enthusiast, just gonna focus on everything else. But I want to give you guys my thoughts on the roller coasters that I rerode or that I rode for the first time, as well as, you know, kind of my shifted opinions with my shifting worldview on life has just slightly shifted, I guess, my roller coaster opinions a little bit. So I'm going to provide you guys with a top 30-ish list, and you guys can give your thoughts on that. And then you probably won't hear from me from a bit, but I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. I'll make sure to try to respond to your guys' comments. But yeah, so thank you guys, by the way. I seriously thank every one of you from when I was, I think it was 2015. So that was April 22nd, I think was the first CCF video of 2015. So I was 13 years old back then. I remember I was in 8th grade. I remember I would eat lunch outside on the little picnic table. I'd eat my little bagel, drink my Mountain Dew, and I'd think about the next CCF video, and I hadn't even been on 50 coasters yet. And then all throughout high school, every day I'd come home, I'd have homework to do, but I'd be like, what can I talk about? What coaster-related topic can I come up with? And, you know, eventually in the summer it became crazy and the channel got monetized and I wanted to crank out videos. And ultimately, as fun as it was entertaining you guys, I have to say, I definitely made some videos at very inconvenient times for me personally. I remember probably the lowest point was when I went to PortAventura and some new coaster got announced or something, and I wanted to do an analysis on it. So I basically came home from PortAventura, had no sleep the night before, I'd just flown into Spain, so huge jet lag, super tired, could barely walk, I was so tired. I just remember stuffing my face with pizza because I hadn't had much food that day, and it was good pizza, and recording videos for you guys while I was half asleep and just completely dead tired. So in a way, going on a trip and not having to focus on providing videos for you guys, it was kind of relaxing, but I also, again, I miss the interaction, I miss entertaining you guys, but ultimately I don't have enough interest in roller coasters to the point where a lot's happened in the industry that I haven't really kept up with. There's some new coasters, places that I didn't think had new coasters, and I was like, oh my god. But like even the free spin at King's Dominion, I didn't really have any idea about that until a few days before I went to King's Dominion this year. So again, I haven't really been keeping up. I've been keeping up with a lot of things, following some new things lately, having new interests. I don't know, finding myself, I guess. All that generic kind of stuff. So yeah, so not as much content on here, but I want to make sure you guys know I'm fine. I'm alive. I went on new coasters, and I'm going to talk about them, and I want to provide you guys with a final slideshow list that'll hopefully satisfy everyone to the best of my abilities. But thank you guys. I'm going to go work on that now. I'm going to get that done, and I'll make sure to advertise my new project on that video. So hope you guys are all doing well. Let me know how you guys are doing. I'll make sure to read all your comments, and peace out, everybody.